What's going on YouTube? Dax Leader here, coach of your Montreal Canadiancies, and I'm back for my Week 2 battle of the PUL, or Pokemon Uber League, versus Jewnbug, coach of the Maine Red Clawitzers. Without further ado, we'll get into this team builder. You're going to see Jewnbug's team pop up right here in just a second. Now, the first mon we've got is Scarf Cryogonal. This thing outspeeds his entire team no matter what. His fastest mons are base 100 in Palkia and Flygon. And even if those are Scarfed, I have the spread to outspeed those, and I can kill both of them with either Ice Beam or Freeze Dry. But if he brings that Jellicent, I think I'll be clicking Freeze Dry most of the time. I can also outspeed a +2 Magearna with this spread, and I can haze away its boost, which is really nice for me, and get some damage off, or get some damage off with HP Fire. HP Fire does a bunch as well to Genesect. And it may do more to Excadrill, but I'm actually not sure about that. Anyway, the next mon I want to go over is actually not going to be the next mon team. I want to go over Ninetales, because Excadrill is the only mon that can outspeed my Cryogonal. Because I have such a fast Cryogonal, nothing can sweep my team except that Excadrill in the sand, which is why I've got that this Ninetales here. Oh my gosh, I'm Flash Fire. Okay, spoilers. This didn't come into play, but if it did, I would have felt like crap. Anyway, the idea was that I would be Drought Ninetales, and I'm not gonna change this set, I'm not MB. Alright, I'm supposed to be Drought Ninetales. I'd come in on a Sand Rush drill, take away his sand, and then be able to outspeed from there unless he's Scarf in the sand, which just makes no sense versus my team. Flamethrower, Bop's Drill, and those other Fire Weak mons I mentioned before, all his Steel types really. Chesnaugh's another one. Will-O-Wisp catches the likely Tyranitar switch. Energy Ball also is my strongest attack to hit T-Tar, because I calced Foul Play, and Energy Ball does more. And Foul Play is primarily for that Palkia, but also hits basically anything that that Flamethrower can't. Energy Ball is also good versus Jellicent, that's another thing. Alright, next mon, let's talk about our Excelgor here. I've got Spike's Suicide Lead Excelgor again, because Jewnbug really doesn't have great hazard removal at all, guys. His only removal options are Spin on Drill and Defog on Flygon. And Excadrill is grounded, so it takes that Spike's damage anyway. Flygon and Electros are his only mons in the air, so everything else is hit by spikes and toxic spikes, unless it's a Steel type, in which case it's immune to T-spikes, but it's just really helpful in wearing down his team so I can sweep. Focus Ash, obviously Suicide Lead, 12 speed for that Flygon. HP Fire, again, for those Steel types that... Yeah, just for those Steel types, Genesect, Magearna, those are some huge threats that he's got. And Knockoff isn't really spammable versus his team, excuse me. And it'd be really nice to get rid of that Jellicent's recovery, and maybe Necrozma or something specifically. I'm facing another Necrozma this week. And yet again, I'm bringing my own Necrozma. It's a pretty bulky set. This is my 100% guaranteed response to Magearna all the time. The speed lets me outspeed Magearna, and the bulk lets me take a never-ending nightmare into a Shadow Ball always, and 2-hit KO with Earthquake. So nothing an offensive Magearna can do can beat me. Even defensive Magearna, if it's like Assault Vest or something, it just... I just wall this thing indefinitely. And it can't even Pain Split back. It can't recover enough health with Pain Split to beat me because Earthquake is a 2-hit KO. Stealth Rock because his removal's bad, I'm sorry. And Toxic for those if T-Spikes don't go up, then I really want to be able to if T-Spikes don't go up, and or if he brings in his Jellicent before I get the chance to set up T-Spikes or whatever somehow, because Jellicent's a super likely switch in to Necrozma, so that's what I have Toxic for. Pretty straightforward. Next, should have went over this before anyway. 1000 Hours is super spammable versus team, so I've got a Dragon Dance sub Zygarde yet again to capitalize on those T-Spikes that I'm hoping to be up. Sub Zygarde plus T-Spikes is just a really great combo, especially when he has as few 1000 Arrows resists as he does. His only one is Chestnut, and I've got the Zen Headbutt for that. The speed allows me to outspeed an Adamant Excadrill, and leftovers are just for passive recovery as his team's getting weakened by those T-Spikes. So Zygarde is really nice this game. Last but not least, we've got our Hoopa. Life Orb Hoopa, Shadow Ball Drain Punch, Psychic Substitute. This is another Mon that can just click its stab moves versus his team. He actually has 0 Ghost Resists on his team. Oh wait, that's not true. Sorry. He has the T-Tar, alright? He has the T-Tar, and I have Drain Punch for that. I saw a Scarf T-Tar in my mock, so I'm probably gonna predict the T-Tar to switch in if he brings it, and catch that with a Drain Punch, rather than letting him come in and then attacking, even though I outspeed. Because I think if he brings T-Tar, it's gonna be Scarf. So that's what Drain Punch is for. That's a solid 2-hit KO. Then Psychic is for Chestnut, because Chestnut with the Bulletproof ability is immune to Shadow Ball. So that's what my coverage is for. Life Orb just allows me to do the max damage versus his entire team. And Substitute, I have Substitute because I have 4 switches with this Mon. So I really see myself having a chance to get up a free sub on a turn where I force a Mon out, and then I have an extra turn to attack for free, kinda. I have enough speed to outspeed a max speed Magearna, and max special attack and the rest in attack, just to maximize Drain Punch damage, hasty nature. Obviously I don't plan on taking hits with this thing. I just want to hit his team hard as possible. This is my dedicated wall breaker, really. So the idea is check his biggest threats with my fast Mons, set up hazards early, wall his Magearna, and Zygarde might be able to win in the end. So there you go. With that, let's hop into the team. The battle, rather. Oh my gosh, alright. We're here with the battle versus Jewnbug and the Maine Red Clawitzers. First things I notice, no T-Tar, no Drill, which is nice. So, Hoopa goes ham, which is, yeah, that's awesome. It just has a lot less to worry about. And so yeah, that's why Flash Fire on Ninetales didn't really come into play. I wonder if I can... Okay, I may be able to hover over it. Anyway, alright. So let's get right into this battle. Like I said, I'm always gonna lead Excelgor as he leads Necrozma. So I'm gonna get up all my hazards. He's just gonna attack. That's not a problem to me. He gets his rocks up. I don't care too much. I have 2 rock weak Mons. But I get up 3 layers of spikes, and everything on his team takes that damage. So I get free rocks right here, I'm pretty sure. Oh, I just go straight for the Toxic, that makes sense. I'm expecting the Gelatin switch, or I could Toxic them with Crossbow, which is huge. Now I go for the Stealth Rock. He Will-O-Wisps, not a big deal, really. Because I can wall this, I can wall most of this team, really. I could just do a little bit of damage with Earthquake here, trying to weaken down this Gelatin. Eventually the Toxic damage is going to rack up, considering he's so weakened already. And I can just stall this Jellicent out right here with my Morning Suns. He's gonna go into Palkia as I go for the Earthquake. Now, this thing is scary. So, I'm gonna go hard Cryogonal because I have so much natural Spadef. Let me just pause it right here. I have so much natural Spadef that I know I can take any one hit from Palkia. Because I'm expecting it to just go for the attack right here. But he actually sets up a substitute. Now this is spooky. I'm super scared of this thing. But, no, hold on. Yeah, I'm gonna get into that later. Okay, never mind. Set up a sub, I have to attack right now. Because a Palkia with a sub, that's just not an option. I gotta attack, break the sub. No problem. He Dragon Tails me out, which is interesting. So, I don't know what's up with that. So, then I get dragged into Zygarde, alright? And, yeah. Okay, I get Dragon Tailed into Zygarde. And, I know Palkia is faster than Zygarde. And yeah, so I think Zygarde's like my least valuable mon right now, honestly. Because, like I said, I can't switch, and I need everything else to check a specific threat on his team. Yeah, the Ninetales outspeeds Genesect, even though he doesn't have that Excadrill, so I still want to preserve that. Yeah, basically, I really thought Zygarde was my least valuable Pokemon. So I'm gonna throw off the 1,000 Arrows, and it turns out I kill Palkia, and I outspeed it. So, either he was just running a really slow Palkia, but more likely he just went for Dragon Tail that turn, which is... I don't understand that. But anyway, Necrozma comes in, and this thing can't really do anything to me. I'm at full health, so worst he can do is HP Ice, so I'm just gonna Dragon Dance up right here. Or, I sub, rather. He Photon Geysers. Does that even break? Yeah, it does, actually. I'm just getting the set, really. Now I'm gonna Dragon Dance. Yeah, now I Dragon Dance. I take the Photon Geyser. Whatever. And, like, I outspeed. I think I can... I don't remember if I calced, but anyway. I take another one. Yeah, I did calc. It's a roll to kill. So I just throw off 2,000 arrows. That's dead. And now, I don't know what he can do. Like, he doesn't go for E-Speed on this, which that also I don't understand. This whole time I'm trying to sack off Zygarde, but really I'm just sweeping right through his team. Like, now that he has Flareon and Magearna, like, quick attack from this thing doesn't kill, which he goes for. It's a cool tag, honestly. And yeah, he just had nothing for that Zygarde for some reason. And it just clean sweeps through his team. So, the Mon I thought was going to be the least valuable Pokemon actually ended up sweeping 5-0, and we claimed that 5-0 win over Jewnbug in the main red Clawitzers. So, kind of a crazy game, but a good game. Good game to Jewnbug. This was a lot of fun. This boosted my confidence in this league for sure. And now we're 2-0, undefeated. We're one of the only 4 undefeated teams in the league. This is going up after I've watched the power rankings video. So, I know we're one of only 4 undefeated teams, which is pretty crazy. Onlynorphin put me at 2nd in the power rankings, which is awesome. It's so great to start off the season with such momentum. And yeah, I think that's going to be it. Next week, we're taking on Stealthy and the Warsaw Weaviles. which is our first out of division match, I think. Almost sure about that. I'm gonna double check it. Yeah. That's our first out of division match. So I'm really glad I got my my divisional wins early. This is gonna give me, like I said, a whole bunch of momentum going into the rest of the season. But with that, I think we're done here, and I'll see you guys for week 3 of the PUL. Later!